All right, I will just share my screen with you guys now. And then we will start with our first question. Any questions from the yesterday's session or any previous session? If you guys have, feel free to let me know in the chat. Anyone who has booked the exam or has recently taken the exam, let me know as well, so that I know where you guys are standing and what's happening with you. Good to see a lot of familiar faces as well. All right, I will just share my screen with you in a bit. Yeah, I wasn't saying anything, Rupa. That's why you couldn't hear me. Sorry, I was just sharing my screen. All right, here I am back. Just 1 minute. That's okay. All right, can everyone hear me properly now? I have exam on 9th of September. Sheetal, you were the one who texted me yesterday, right? Was it Sheetal or was it someone else? I forgot. It started with S. No, I think there was someone else. Okay, yeah, sorry. There was not. Oh, you texted me. Okay, all good. Yeah, I got it. It is me, sir. Okay. Good luck. You will get this. Kritika, you have exam coming up. I am pretty sure you will get it, hopefully. Just do like this. What you do in these practice session, don't do anything different in the real exam. You will get your score. You need 7 each, right? Rajni, just be careful with the blanks. Some blanks you do very well. Somewhere you make mistake, Rajni. So just improve on that thing. Other than that, I think it should be fine. All right, Sarma, yeah, we discussed yesterday. I got you. All good. Yeah. All right, let's begin. Can you guys see the screen properly now? Yes. Hopefully. All right. Can you guys see the screen clearly? No? Okay. All right. I think it's clear. Who can't see it? I think Kritika, there is some issue with your maybe PC or something. All right, let's start. So that is the first blank that we are going to do. I will give you guys 2.5 minutes to do this. Let me zoom it up a little bit more if I can. Just 1 second. No. Okay. All right, let's begin. Okay, so the classes will work in such a way, those of you who are attending it for the first time, I will give you guys 2.5 minutes to do these questions, and then we are going to discuss that. All right. The idea is to improve your skill set, how you're solving these questions, and what is the right strategy to do that. Okay. Trust me, same rules will be used again and again. So it's all about how you are thinking. And that is what I want to improve by these classes. All right. So I'll give you 2.5 minutes to do this question. First, we will do reading, writing blanks, and then we will focus on more of reading blanks. Okay. So we'll try to do at least 5 or 4 of these. In that way, you guys will definitely improve. One more thing which I want from you, just make sure that you guys send your answers in the chat, because if you won't, then I have no idea what you are doing or what kind of mistakes you are doing. Okay. Yesterday, I think it was Harpreet or someone, I forgot, who was making mistakes in the first one, but afterwards she improved a lot. Okay. So I know that, okay, that is the improvement that you guys are doing, or what's happening with you. All right. So make sure that you send your answers in the chat. No one is going to judge you. Everyone is learning together. So even if you're making mistakes, that's absolutely fine. Okay. All right. I will give you 2.5 minutes and then we will solve this particular question. Okay. Think properly. Make sure that this one is actually an easy one. So I want all of you to get at least 5 or 6 out of 6 in this one. Okay. All right, let's start with this one. Amit, Pankaj, Kajal, and Rajni. Also Sheetal. T- Tell me, why would you put brief in the first one? Can you tell me the reasons why you can't, why did you guys put the in a brief in the first one? Also Kritika. Brief is used in a concise way. Okay. Do we say though in a brief? Because it is giving a brief information about a previous statement. That's fine. Remember one thing, whenever you are solving these questions, always look out for the punctuation as well. Sometimes punctuation will give you a very clear idea as well. Look at that. He's saying in a dash, comma. There is a comma over here, right? You have to be very careful with this. That means in a dash, we will never say in a brief, comma. In a brief what? Okay. If it says briefly, comma, this, then I might have put that. Although I agree, like he's talking about something which is brief, but we can't really say in a brief and then I will put comma. Okay. These punctuations, they will help you a lot whenever you are solving these questions. Okay. In a dash, in a shortly also we don't use, we normally say shortly, comma. Okay. In a brief, in a concise, again, we don't use these words. Whenever there is a comma over here, that means some sort of like a linking, connecting kind of a word will be there, right? If it was briefly, then I might have put that only briefly. Why I can't put shortly? Because I can't say in a shortly. Okay. If it was only dash, comma, it's a company where individual differences are nurtured, then I will definitely put shortly. Okay. Since all these answers won't be there, the right answer will be in a nutshell. In a nutshell is a very, very used collocation. So always write it down. In a nutshell is used when you want to conclude something. Okay. That means, like in a nutshell, means in conclusion, or to sum everything up, or to sum it up. All right, something like that. Clear? And it's a very, very useful collocation. I thought you might have heard that, but if not, write it down somewhere. You will definitely see this one somewhere in your PT for sure. Okay. So in a nutshell means like a crux of something or whole thing. You have like it's sort of like a concluding kind of a thing. So that's what you want to say, like to sum it up or in a nutshell. This is a company, the organization of your dream. It's a company where individual differences are nurtured and information is not suppressed or spun. The company adds value to employees, comma, dash, then merely extracting it from them. Dash, then something opposite is happening, right? He's talking about add value to the company, dash, then merely extracting it from them. Like, don't just get work from them, actually nurture them. What word do we use over here? Look at that. Instead, then, I will never ever use that. More than, comma, more than, merely. Merely means just, like a little. Okay, you can't say more than merely. That is like contradicting itself. All right. The right answer here will be rather than, which is used when you want to talk about some contradictory statement. Okay, clear? So the right answer here will be rather than. Okay. Then organization stands for something meaningful. The work itself is intrinsically rewarding and there are no stupid rules. Okay. These dash might all sound commonsensical. Okay. These dash might all sound commonsensical. These is used with something singular or something plural. Plural. Exactly. So now what you have to do, you just have to look out for the plural option in this one. All right. Fact, condition, concept, all are given in singular. There is only one plural word over here. Principles. I will have to go with principles. Clear? These kind of blanks, make sure that you guys never ever make any mistake. All right. So get these ones correct for sure. All right. These are like short points, like guaranteed points. All right. Then take these two examples. Same thing. These two examples. Again, that is plural. So he's using these with plural. All right. Research from the Hague Group finds that highly dash employees are, on average, 50% more likely to exceed expectations than the least engaged workers. Look at that. What he is comparing. dash then this. Highly dash with least dash. Okay, least engaged he is talking about. So highly what? Highly motivated, never be there. Highly performing, never be there. It's either engaged or occupied. Okay, you can't say occupied employees. The right answer will be highly engaged employees. Since he is comparing the engaged ones, highly engaged employees are 50% more likely to exceed than the least engaged workers. All right. So that is why the right answer will be engaged in this one. And again, he is following the same thing. And companies with highly engaged people dash firms with the most disengaged folks by 54%. What? So basically, you want to say that people who are engaging more, he is treating them as positive as they are exceeding expectation and that, right? Again, he's saying and talking about the same thing. Companies with highly engaged people dash firms with the most disengaged folks by 54%. So they are like higher than those or performing higher than those which have less engaged employees. All right. What will be the answer? Compete. Highly engaged compete firms. Doesn't make sense. Highly lose won't be right. Okay. The right answer will be outperform. Like their performance, they outperform firms with the most disengaged folks. So if your company have highly engaged people, it will be outperforming that company which will have less engaged people. Okay. So that's exactly what you want to say. Exceed firms. Exceed in what? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Exceed could be anything. He didn't mention anything about the performance, right? Exceed firms in what? If it was exceed firms in profit or something like that, must have mentioned. Outperform as a word means more performance or better performance than the other ones. Okay, so that is why the right answer will be outperform. Okay, clear? Did you get it? All right, next one. Business school colleague Dan Keval shows that employees who feel welcome to express their authentic selves at work exhibit higher level of organizational commitment, individual performance, and dash to help others. And inclined to help others? No. Why would they be inclined? He is talking about some characteristic, adjective is there, organizational commitment adjective is there. So some sort of characteristic of these people should be there as well, right? Prone to and inclined to, they have the same meaning. Prone to help other. What do you mean prone to help other? The right answer will be propensity. Like they have the intensity or they have the ability to help others. Okay, clear? So the right answer will be this one. Again, rule of parallelism will be used sort of that characteristic, propensity to help other. That is also the that is also its characteristic which he wants to tell you. Okay, clear? So the first one will be nutshell. In a nutshell, this prone to is a collocation. Inclined to is also a collocation. Like, or you can say with the preposition with to, we can say prone to do this, we can say inclined to do this. But context wise, it won't be making sense because he is defining all the characteristic of these people. Organizational commitment, individual performance, and propensity to help others. Like within themselves, there is an intensity to help others. Okay, clear? Inclined to help other won't be there because these are all verb. If it was inclination to help others, then I might have put that. Okay, but the right answer will be propensity, which is also a noun over here. Okay, more academic than likely is not. Again, it's not about the academic. I would say it's more about the context. Okay, and likely to help others. That's not their characteristic. Okay, look at that. Individual performance, organizational commitment, and propensity to help others, like their intensity from within self. So that is like their personal characteristic. Okay, so that is why it will be propensity, not on the basis of academic in this one. Okay, I can say it's a like academic word, but it's not in this one. This will be solely based on the context. Okay. How many marks we get in this? How many you got, Pankaj? You should be getting at least 5 to 6, depending again on the questions. Sarma 4 out of 6. Good start, I would say. Manish 5, Newton 4, 1 each. Yeah, 1 point each. Okay, so per blank you will get 1 point. Okay. Rupa, you got 5. Good. Last one you made a mistake. Kajal 5. So third one, please. Okay. In third one, he's talking about these. Okay, so these is the word which will be used with something plural. So you have to get something plural over here. All right. And if you look at the options, fact, condition, and concept, they are not the plural words. They are the singular words. All right. So you have to put principles, which will be the right answer. Amit, make sure that you improve. 2 is bit less. At least like in this one, 3 to 4 will be were very easy one. Like first one, second one, third one. They were very easy one. Oh, sorry, second, third, and fourth, especially. Okay, so think a little bit more. Um, you should be fine. Okay. All right. Any other questions in this one? All good. All right. Let's start with this one. Now you have seen the mistakes. Again, we have started now. So make sure that you become back on track and make sure that all of these are correct. All right. I'll give you 2.5 minutes and then we will solve these. All right, no matter what happened, last one should be correct. Okay, we have done this rule. You have to think a bit, but I am pretty sure you should be able to get that right. Okay, last one. All right, let's start with this one. Good job. I wanted last one to be correct. I think majority of you got it right. I think almost all of you. I have a question from four of you. Rishabh, Sarma, Meera, and Sai Kumar. Tell me, and Harpreet as well. Harpreet Kaur. Why did you put also Pawan? Why did you put primacy in the first one? Can you tell me your reason? Just send it in the chat very quickly. What's your reason behind it? Like, why did you guys put primacy in the first one? Blank should be noun. Okay. Anyone else? The primary of the cause was not sounding proper. Okay. Does not fit it before. All right. That's absolutely right. Other three doesn't fit. Okay. For the first one, actually you guys are absolutely right. And it's excellent to see. The first one will be primacy. Okay. For example, you don't know the meaning of primacy. All right. It doesn't matter. Look at now. Almost all of you put primary over here. Look at that. Take McDonald's, comma, a company founded on the primary of cost. Primary of cost dash. Okay. Second blank is very easy. What do you mean by primary of cost dash? That doesn't make any sense. Minority of McDonald's has nothing to do with the minority. So these two you should be able to eliminate in the beginning. Okay. Now you are left with authority of cost dash or primacy of cost dash. Okay. I don't know the meaning of primacy. Okay. When I was solving it, I also put primacy, but I had no idea about the meaning. Okay. When you put authority, McDonald's, a company founded on the authority of cost dash. Second option is very easy. Cost efficiency. What do you mean by authority of cost efficiency? That doesn't make sense as well. Okay. Other three options don't fit over here. You can't say on the primary of it. If the blank was on the primary basis of or something, then I would have put that. Okay. When you have eliminated these three options, your mind should go towards the fourth one that is left, and that one will be the right answer. And that should be the confidence that you guys should have. Okay. Don't know the meaning of primacy, it doesn't matter. If you have eliminated other options and your mind says, I'm sure, okay, these three doesn't make any sense, just go with the fourth one. Your answer has to be the right one. Simple as that. Don't take guesses out of those three then, because then you will definitely end up making a mistake. Okay. Primacy means like on the fundamental principle sort of that. Okay. So that is like a basis of founded on the dash of cost dash. So the right answer will be cost efficiency. Okay, that one was very simple, but on the primacy of cost efficiency, like that is the basis of cost efficiency. Clear? Authority won't be right. Primary and minority shouldn't, like primary of cost efficiency, that won't be making sense. All right. So that is why I will go with primacy. Always remember this rule. All right. Three options, put it, look at the sentence, read it again. Doesn't make sense, go with the fourth one. Even if you don't know the meaning, go with that. Your answer will be the right one. Okay. Good job, guys, who got the first one right. If I missed any name, sorry about that. Second one was very easy. I think all of you got it right. Third one, in an economy with the people of with the plenty of people looking for jobs. So that is what he's saying, that today in the economy, where people are looking for jobs, McDonald's focuses on growth path of its frontline workers. Where people are looking for jobs, McDonald's does this. So McDonald's is doing something completely opposite to that. Okay, like people are hunting for jobs or people are looking for jobs, but what McDonald's is doing, they are actually grooming their frontline workers, or they are focusing on the growth of their frontline worker. Opposite word is here, right? It could be, but it won't be although, because it comes with a condition. He is not talking about any condition over here. Whereas, but I can't use but after this, comma, McDonald's but focuses on. Doesn't make sense. If it was like this, but McDonald's focuses on, then it would have been right. Okay. So but won't be there. The other word which is making sense will be nevertheless. Okay, which is used for something which is when you talk about something completely contrasting. All right. So the right answer here will be nevertheless. I think again, majority of you, I think, got it right. Chandni, your answer was not correct. Claire, but the right answer will be nevertheless. McDonald's nevertheless focuses on this. With right after comma, yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you. With right after comma, we will use whereas or we will use but. Okay, right after that. Whereas or but will be used right after the comma. Okay, but nevertheless could be used in the middle of the sentence. All right, just like here. All right, so always remember this rule. If there was a blank like comma, dash McDonald's focuses on that, then I might have put whereas or I might have put but, which whenever is more academic. Okay, but here, since it's using it in the middle of it, the word will be nevertheless. Okay, clear? Today we have seen that the role of punctuation. Okay, these commas and full stop, they are very useful. Yes, you are right. We need to put comma next to nevertheless as well. But since there is not, and you are using it in the middle, so that one should be fine. But normally there should be a comma after nevertheless as well. Okay, clear? All right. Next one. One of the largest dash provide. Okay, let me read the whole sentence. In the UK, the company invests 36 million pounds a year in giving its 87,000 employees the chance to gain a wide range of nationally recognized academic qualification while they work. So that is what they are doing. McDonald is spending a lot of money on their employees just to get them academic qualification. One of the largest dash providers in the country. What? Now look at that. Trainee provider doesn't make sense. If it was training provider, might have put that. Okay, trainee is someone who is doing the training, which doesn't make sense over here. Intern and veteran, same thing. The right answer will be apprenticeship. Apprenticeship means to improve their skill set or investing them to get some sort of like a skill over here. Clear? This one, as I asked you, this one should have been correct. And that is an excellent thing to see that almost all of you, I think, got it right. Okay. McDonald's has dashed more than 35,000 such qualifications to employees since the program launched. Okay. The right answer will be awarded. Sentence. Is it in the active voice or is it in the passive voice? Can anyone tell me very quickly? Send me in the chat the last one. Is it in active voice or is it in passive voice? What do you guys think? It is. Who said passive? No, it is active voice. Okay, I think one of you said passive. I think it was Kritika. Yeah, so it is an active sentence. If it was passive, tell me what should have been the answer? Has been awarded or something like that. Exactly. Okay, very good. Proud of you guys. You are making me happy today. Good job. Okay, so you will put has been awarded. Excellent. Okay, that is exactly what you will put, but here it's an active, so I will put has awarded over here. Good job. All right, Claire, that's good. At least you got that these concepts right, which is excellent to see. Okay, good. Always remember these things. All right. Whereas nevertheless, however, all of these words, they have the same meaning. Okay. But remember one thing, out of these three, if you get the options, all of these three words will be used with something which is happening contrasting way. If you have these three, just select the more academic word. The more academic word will be nevertheless. Okay, so always select that. If you have two options, however, or nevertheless, look out for the commas and stuff. If they are the same, just select nevertheless. Okay, your answer will be correct. Okay. Someone was asking me about the comma thing, I think. Can you please explain this? But yeah, so if it's right after, like it's a beginning of a sentence, right after comma, you will use but or you will use whereas. But in the middle of the sentence, you can use nevertheless. Okay, just like we have used over here. Okay. If there was a comma and there was a blank over here, then I might have put but or whereas. All right. But here, since it's in the middle of it, then I will put nevertheless. Okay. Who has been all impressive voice? Exactly. Good. Although is used with the condition. Okay. And with that, we normally put yet, or there will be another phrase with the comma. Okay. So although is usually used in the first phrase, although I was doing this, yet that was happening, something like that. Okay, so he will say, if I can use it in the sentence, like, although I was playing cricket, yet I need to study, something like that. Okay, so he will definitely give you some sort of like a condition afterward. It's not like totally negative kind of a way. All right, so that is where we used although and yet, or although comma, there will be a comma in the other phrase. Here he is already using it in the second phrase, right? There is a first one and there is a second one, so you can't put although. It will be very, very rare that you do that. Okay, comma and whereas, yeah. Again, I can't really say, there are different words, comma, whereas, however, as well, you normally use it in the middle, in the beginning, not in the middle of it. All right, but yeah, if it comes, I will explain. But you have seen that, like, comma, but, whereas, they are mostly used in the beginning of the phrase, or in the beginning, like they won't use it in the middle of it. All right, nevertheless could be used in the middle, therefore also becomes comes in the beginning, which I can remember. Yeah. Okay. Anita, you are confused about the active voice. All right, just remember, we have discussed, if you know a person who is doing the work, that means it's an active voice. Look at that. McDonald has dash. So McDonald is giving these qualification, right? So that is why it will be an active sentence, not the passive one. All right. So that is why it will be an active one. All right. Any questions? Any doubts in this one? Second, please. Second what? Oh, second one is easy, like cost efficiency. Based on cost efficient what? There has to be some noun. Cost efficiency. You can't say cost efficient. Cost efficient what? Cost efficient behavior, cost efficient strategy, something like that. Okay, if it wasn't there, then you should have put cost efficiency. Okay. Veteran means someone who is expert. Okay, so let's say, for example, someone who is doing something for a long time, they are the veteran. All right. Let's say, for example, you are the best player of tennis or something, so you are a veteran. Okay, opposite of veteran is novice. Okay, so remember this word as well. Sometimes when he is doing comparative analysis kind of a thing, in the blank he might use veteran and novice word. All right, so keep that thing in mind as well. Veteran is someone who is complete expert of something, and novice is the person who is totally new, or who has totally like a beginner kind of a thing. Okay, all good. Any questions? So tell me your marks. You didn't mention the marks here, or you did? What happened in this one? Wham, one. Why? 5, 4, 4, 2. Why did you get 2? I think it was an easy one. Especially the last two and the second one, they were very simple. So try to get these ones correct. Kajal, you are making mistakes. You got 4 or 3? Okay, 4 is fine. 3 is not. All right, let's begin. Efficient versus efficiency. Yeah, cost efficiency as a whole is a noun over here. Okay, so cost efficiency, you need to put cost efficient. It's like an adjective. Cost efficient what? Cost efficient strategy, cost efficient scheme, cost efficient behavior. So that's why it's not cost efficient. So basically you want to say in this sentence that a company founded on the basis of cost dash, on the basis of cost efficient what? Cost efficient structure, then I would have put that. Okay, cost efficiency. So as a whole, like a cost efficiency. Clear? Need adverb. Yeah, I think I'm saying noun. Efficiency is a noun or adverb? I will check it. I think it's a noun, but I get a bit confused in these kind of things. I'll check and then I'll let you know. All right, but do you get the idea? Let me. Okay, all good. All right, let's start with the third one. Again, make sure those of you who are making mistakes, try to improve. Amit, you need to improve. Nirmal, just make sure that you don't make too many mistakes. Yesterday you were doing good. All right, let's do this one. I'll give you 2.5 minutes and then we are going to discuss that again. The rest of you, please send your answers in the chat so that I can see. There are 45 of you, otherwise I have to call your names. Dinal, Ehlapute, Fariba, Gaurav, Halima, you are not sending your answer. So make sure that you do so that I know where you stand. Rekha as well. Saima Javed. I have seen your name a lot, but I haven't ever seen your answers. Okay, so don't be shy. Try to send your answers in the chat. Okay. Yeah, rest of you are participating. Okay. All right. I'll give you 2.5 minutes, then we will begin. All right, let's start with this one. Why? Can you hear me properly? I think there is some internet issue. Okay, that's fine. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Why it stopped recording? I don't know. All right. I think this was one of the easy ones. Okay. So make sure that all your answers are correct. Some of you put uniformity in the, okay, let's discuss. For too long, there has been a shortage of women and a lack of dash in both computer science classroom and in the workforce. Lack of what? Uniformity means like discipline. All right. Like for example, if you are undisciplined or there is no, yeah, recording is stopped. I don't know why. Let me, no, I think it's fine. Yeah, should be okay. Oh no. Okay, let me do that again. Only live with the control. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, leave it. That's fine. Should be okay. All right, let's begin. It's not on my screen. Yeah, okay. So for too long, there has been a shortage of women and a lack of dash in both computer science classroom and in the workforce. All right. Uniformity means when you talk about something like in a very disciplined way or in a very uniform way, there is some strategy happening or some like some classes are going in a very uniform way. That is uniformity. Okay. Here he is not talking about that. Look at that. He is talking about shortage of women. When there is no, where there is a shortage of women, there are only male, male, male. So that means they are not diverse enough. Okay. The right answer here will be lack of diversity. Okay. So the first one will be option B in this one, that there is a lack of diversity in both computer science classroom and in the workforce. Why? Because there is shortage of women. Okay, so that is why the right answer will be lack of diversity. You can't say diverseness. Okay, I haven't seen that word. Lack of variety in both. What variety? Okay, so diversity itself is a very like complex word. Diversity means people who are not diverse enough, not diverse background, not diverse color, etc., all these things. Okay, so that is why the right answer will be diversity. All right. AP Computer Science Principles or APCSP was dashed by the college board 4 years ago to change the invitation to computer science. Okay, was dashed by the college board, meaning it is in the passive voice. With was, I have to put third form of verb if it is given in the passive. Was launched, grammatically incorrect. Was established, grammatically incorrect. Initiate, grammatically incorrect. I have to go with was introduced by this one, by the college board 4 years ago. All right. So the right answer here will be introduced. Okay. To change the invitation to computer science and address the dash of young women and students of color entering the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. Address the dash of. What is he talking about? He's talking about the shortage of, right? I can't say insufficient of, I can't say lacking of. Okay. Scarce is used when you talk about like scarce is less, but it's normally used with food, resources, minerals, these kind of things. Okay. We can't say it with people. Like there is scarcity of people. We don't normally use that. Okay. The right answer here will be shortage. There is a shortage of young women and students, and that is what of color entering the field of science. So diversity is not there, and that's the exact same thing he has mentioned over here. Okay, so that is what he was talking about, and that is the main idea of the whole thing. Clear? Now there is encouraging news about efforts to dash more students and a more diverse set of students. If you are doubtful in the first one, that line is also giving you the same clue. Like he's talking about diversity of students, you will put that in. Okay, efforts to dash more students. Two, we have to put ing or first form of verb. I will eliminate dash. To preparing more students won't be right. So the right answer will be to prepare more students. Okay, with two, we 90% of the times we will use first form of verb. All right. Then, according to new college board data, students from the class of 2019 who took advanced placement computer science principles were 3 times more dashed to declare a computer science major in college compared to those were more dashed to declare something positive, or more like chances are that they will be to declare computer science as their major. More possible, we don't use that. For that, we use probably. But we can't really say more probably. That is grammatically incorrect. If it was 3 times, you can say, yeah, but probably doesn't make too much of a sense. 3 times more likely. Okay, so the chances are that it will declare computer sciences. Okay, if it was probably in the beginning or something, then I might have put that. But here, the right answer will be likely. Okay. So the first one was diversity, likely means their chances. All right. Second one introduced, third one shortage, prepare, and the last one will be likely. Okay. Okay, Rupa, I think you should start from the last blank and then go towards the top. Your last blank is always getting wrong. I don't know why. But this one was very easy one. This is one of the easiest one. Um, you can't say more 10 to declare. If it was 3 times 10 to, then I might have put that. But 10 to means to do something. Like, for example, if you, for example, in your mind, you have decided to do something, we say, I tend to do this. But here, it's not like 3 times more 10 to declare. That won't be right. Okay. And we can't really say like 3 times more, 3 times more with 10. Okay. That won't be the right one. All right. So look at the sentence. Although with 2, we use the word 10 to, but here in this context, we won't be. Exactly. Chance is equal to 10. All right. I don't know. I guess too much thinking and I come to the last one. Yeah. I think you've already used all the blank kind of thing in your first 4, and then you make a last mistake. Past or present. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 2, after 2, always first form. All right. All good. Any questions? So that one was one of the easy one. Let's do one more before jumping towards the other one. All right, can you guys see it properly? Let me see if there is any other option. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's do this one. Consider it your last blank, like reading, writing blank for today. So make sure that no mistake is there. Try to get 5 out of 5. Okay. Yeah, the previous one was easy one. So don't lose points in the easy ones. Okay. Let's start with this. This one is little bit tricky. So spend time, but let's see what you do. try to get, if you get 5 in this one, then guaranteed you will get a very good score. Okay, so sort of like your challenge, try to get at least 4 to 5 in these ones. Okay, it's not that hard, little bit tricky, I would say. All right, let's start with this one. Let me see your answers first. Good answers, I would say. Yeah, it's good. Good job, guys. Few mistakes, but overall it's fine, I think. All right, let's start. This one is a little bit tricky because the vocabulary is a little bit tough, but the grammatically, I don't think there was any blanks except for the second one. Yeah. Let's start. Every year, timeshare owners lose millions of dollars by hiring the wrong exit company. Okay. So timeshare owners lose millions of dollars by hiring the wrong exit company. A lack of effective regulation has led to the dash of timeshare exit company. Led to the what? So because there is no regulation, that is why more people are entering into this, right? Multiply of won't be right, increasing of doesn't make sense. It's either proliferation and escalation. Both have the exact same meaning. All right, exactly similar to each other, like to increase to the like rising amount of timeshare exit companies. All right. The right answer here, since it's a more academic word, the right answer will be proliferation. All right. Proliferation has the exact same meaning. If you type it down, I think the synonym will be escalation. They have the same meaning. But in terms of companies or in terms of ownership, we normally use that word. Okay. Has led to the proliferation of timeshare exit companies, like their rise of or more influx or more inclusion of these companies um, into that ownership, many of which are still are not able to fulfill the promises made to their customers, prompting the Better Business Bureau to issue alerts and dash the accreditation status on over 50 timeshare exit companies. Issue alerts. They are issuing alerts and dash the accreditation. Something similar to issuing alerts is there. Issue alert is positive or negative? What do you think? Negative. Okay. The right answer will be something negative to this. What will be the right answer? Introduce can't be there. All right. Use process of elimination as well. He is talking about issue alert. So something simple form will be there. It's either introduce or revoke. Rejecting won't be there. Okay. And cancel the accreditation or revoke the admission. The right answer will be revoke or um, revoke the accreditation status on over 40 timeshare companies. Okay. Clear? So the right answer here will be revoke. Majority of you got it right, which is again very good to see. All right. I thought you might have made mistake over here, but again, good job. That means that you are thinking properly. All right. It can be difficult for timeshare owners to know who to trust. President, so you're saying prompting this and increasing this. Okay. I was applying rule of parallelism from here to there. Okay. So that is, I think, the big difference. Good thinking though. But you can't reject the accreditation status, right? It's their status. So um, you can't really reject that, right? So that is why revoking the status, revoke the status, that is also used in that term. So for example, revoke the suspension, revoke the license or something like that. Okay. I didn't think like that. Sorry about that. Yeah, makes sense. But again, context wise, rejecting won't be making too much of a sense. All right. Good thinking though, Manish. Next one. A president of Newton Group, a leading timeshare exit company for over 15 years. Many exit companies lure timeshare owners with elaborate marketing dash, but lack a stable business model. Marketing what? Features, facts, trick? No, the right answer will be gimmicks. Gimmicks means marketing. Gimmick is something like, how to say it? Like gimmicky product, which is not like real. It's just like all talk and no actual thing. So for example, if I'm, let's say, for example, my, let's say, reading class is totally rubbish. So I will say, but I'm advertising it in such a way that this is the best class. You will get 90 out of 90, blah, blah, blah. So that is like my gimmicky product. And that is the gimmicky marketing. Okay. It's a chat word. Yeah. It's not that academic. You are right. You are absolutely right. We normally don't use this word in academic, but Here, that's the only option that I have. All right. Sometimes he will give you these kind of words. Okay. So that is why it will be gimmicks. But yeah, you're right, Manish. It's not very academic kind of a word. It's not. Okay. I was very shocked to see that word as well, because we normally use it in the chat and like in a very casual kind of a conversation, or when you want to say something totally straightforward to someone, you say, "Oh, it's a very gimmicky product." Okay, or just stop these gimmicks with me, something like that. All right, but yeah, here that is making sense. All right, since he's talking about the lack of business model. All right. Okay, next one. That's why so many exit companies fold, and when they do, they take all their guarantees and money with them. Newton says and dash 25% of their clients, that's 1 in 4 timeshare owners who tried ending their ownership before hiring Newton Group, has previously hired another company which failed. Okay, and after N, it has to be something which is starting from the vowel sound. Shocking, breathtaking, stunning, I won't put that in. So the right answer will be astounding. Most of you put stunning over there. I don't know why. So that's the only word which is there. That one should have been correct. Okay, because of this and in this one. All right. Next, he's saying that costing consumers more money and the aggravation of still being logged in an unwanted dash contract. Whole thing was about timeshare contract. So I will just put timeshare over here. Okay. Clear? So the first one was proliferation, second one was revoke, gimmicks, astounding because of this and the last one was timeshare. Okay, clear? I think it was a difficult one, but still it's very good to see a lot of you got 4 and 5. Some of you got 3, but no one is getting less than 3, which is good. Okay. All right. 3 is fine. For this one, I would accept 3. No and. Good question. Let me see. Newton says and dash 25% of their clients. Stunning and breathtaking, they are normally used with some words like, for example, if it's a scenery kind of a thing. Shocking, I will never put because it's a negative one. Breathtaking, stunning, I might go with stunning, but they're normally used with the views or sceneries or in that way. For example, when you talk about some landscape, then we normally use that word. Okay. But here astounding will be more sense, making more sense, like sort of like astonishing, like very weird. Okay, so that's why we will select that. Why not multiply in the, if it was multiplication of timeshare exit companies, then has led to the dash of, so some noun should be there. Okay, to multiply of, that won't be correct. Okay, if it was multiplication, then I might have put that. Okay, I use escalation. Escalation makes sense. Okay. So if you make mistake in the first one, I will accept that mistake. Okay. That's a very, they are both very academic words. We normally use both of these words, but specifically in companies where we talk about accounts and stuff, we normally use that word proliferation. Okay. We can't use trick in the third. Trick, no, because marketing trick, there is no one trick. He's talking about different companies, different owners. So if it was marketing tricks, then I might have put that. Okay, but singular trick won't be there. You get it? So it has to be gimmicks, which is like a plural word. All right, did you get it? Okay, let's start with the next one, which is your other fill in the blanks. Okay. All right, let's begin with this. I will give you 2.5 minutes. Then we will start with these ones. All right, just try to maintain the same performance in these. Make sure that you use process of elimination whenever you are doubtful. Okay, let's start with this one. All right, let's start with this one. Okay, I got less answers. All right, I'll give you 1 more minute. So try, make sure that all of you send your answers. Okay. I know it's a bit hard, but just 1 more minute, then I will see. All right, let's start with this one. Now, I have seen that most of you put takes in the first blank, takes to the. All right, let me see your answers first. All right, let's begin with this one. Now he's saying the modern field of anesthetics dash to the incident when nitrous oxide, more commonly known as laughing gas, was dash discovered. Now look at that. What he want to say is that modern field of anesthetic. Anesthetic is like anesthesia that you guys give, for example, in hospitals and stuff. It dashed to the incident when nitrous oxide, known as laughing gas, was dash discovered. Right. So basically, want to say that the whole field actually began at that time when this was discovered. Right. Something. Look at that. He's talking about something singular over here. Modern field. So that means there has to be an S or ES form over here. Okay. Look at that. Takes to or dates to. He was talking about the incident, all right, and that is where the whole field of anesthetics actually started. All right, the right answer here will be dates to. Okay, we use this word as a collocation as well. We normally say this dates back to 2002. So for example, if you are referring to some event, we normally say this dates back to this. Okay, so dates to, that's a very famous collocation as well. And in this one, since he's referring to that incident, that is why I have to use dates to, not takes to the incident. Okay, because it's not taking you anywhere. The modern field of anesthetics dates to the incident, like nitrous oxide discovered, and that is what led to the anesthetic. So those of you who got dates, again, very good job. All right. Was dash discovered? Was dash now what discovered? Was inhaling discovered? Doesn't make sense. Takes discovered, numbing discovered. No. So the right answer will be accidentally. So was accidentally discovered. So what I want to say is that whole anesthetics. Sorry, it's a very tongue twisted word. So that field of anesthetics that arises when nitrous oxide was accidentally discovered. Humphrey Davy, the inventor of miner's lamp, discovered that dash the toxic compound caused a strange euphoria. If you have experience with the laughing gas, when you inhale it, you just start laughing. So that is exactly what he wanted to say. He's saying that dash the toxic compound caused a strange euphoria. Euphoria means laugh. You followed by fits of laughter, tears, and sometime unconscious. Like you will laugh so hard that you will even faint. All right. The right answer here will be, since the very common answer here is inhaling. So I will just put inhaling over here, because the gas you have to inhale. You can't eat it, you can't digest it, or you can't extract it as well. All right. Numbing means to numb. Again, numbing, grammatically, it won't be making, sorry, context wise, it won't be making sense. A lot of you got that right, I think. Yeah. Then was the first on, what was it? Yeah, fourth one. US dentist Horace Wells was the first on dash to experiment with laughing gas. On what? That's again a very, look at the option which are left. On takes, on numbing, on mostly, on trial. There is nothing on trial he's talking about. There is no lawyer or anything like this. He's talking about a dentist, right? The right answer here will be record. Okay, so he's saying that on record, experiment with the laughing gas, which he used in 1844. So that is the first official use of laughing gas to relieve pain during a tooth dash. Tooth what? What do you do with tooth? You extract that tooth, right? You don't numb it. All right. So the right answer will be tooth extraction. So at that time, he actually used that laughing gas. All right. Then 2 years later, Dr. William Morton created a first anesthetic machine. This apparatus was a simple glass globe containing an ether sponge. Morton considered ether a good alternative to nitrous oxide because the dash effect lasted considerably longer. What effect? The Now look at the option which are left. Trial effect, mostly effect, numbing effect, takes effect. Which one is the sensible option? Which is numbing. Numbing means to, how to say, in Hindi we normally say to sun, like we say totally like numb. You can't feel anything when you touch it. All right. So numbing effect lasted considerably longer. So as compared to nitrous oxide, the numbing effect was more. In 1846, during a dash experiment in Boston, a tumor was successfully removed. During a what? There is SCS form. I can't use it with a. Mostly experiment. He is talking about singular. Mostly is used with something more than one, right? The right answer will be during a trial experiment. Okay. Like trial means like a mock experiment, which is not, you give like a mock test, right? So it's something like trial. Okay. Clear? Any questions, any doubts? On record is very important collocation. So you can say like he's on record of saying that. Okay. On record, he said it like in front of everyone. Okay, guys, Rupa got all right. Finally. Yay. Congratulations. You are losing one point. So I think you started from the last one this time. Good job. Is there a rule that we use S with verb? Not with verb. Like it depends on singular or plural. Like if there is something which is referring to something singular, then you will put normal. And then if you're referring to something plural, then there will be SES. Okay. Good job, guys. I thought you might make mistake, but with that, it could be both. Again, it depends. That can be used with singular or plural both. Manish, try to improve a little bit more. Okay. Confused with the first one. Dates to the incident, because he is referring to the incident which has already happened. So that is why I will put dates to the incident when nitrous oxide was discovered. Okay. So that is why if it was if it was dash back to the incident, then I might have put take back to the incident. Okay. What's the third one? Discovered that inhaling means to take it inside you. Okay. Inhale is like when you breathe something in, and exhale is when you breathe something out. So when you inhale the toxic compound of nitrous oxide, it caused euphoria and all. Okay. Did you get it? All right. Good job again, guys. Okay. Let's do one more. Takes. Yeah. No. You can't take the gas. Okay. You inhale the gas or you exhale the gas. All right. So take won't be correct in this one. All right. Okay, let's start with the second one. I'll give you again 2.5 minutes. We'll try to be quick. We want to move to some more questions. Okay, let's do this one. All right, let's begin with the first one. First one, majority of you got it right. One, wham, you put inferior in the first blank. Okay, remember one thing with the word inferior, I will write it down over here. There are few prepositions that we normally use. With inferior or superior, we will always use to. Okay, so you can't say inferior of or superior of or than even. Okay, so with inferior and superior, you will always use to. With better, you will always use than. Okay, so better than this. All right, look at the first one. Okay, so always remember this thing. I think it will be helpful for you in some other blanks as well. Okay, one factor that always seems to occur in the dash of a language is that the speakers begin to have collective dash about the usefulness of language loyalty. That always seem to occur in the dash of a language. If you look at it, he's saying people stop using it in all situation, language die out. So he's talking about something which is a bit of a negative, right? Inferior of a language, as I told you, with inferior we use a preposition to, so we can't put that. The right answer will be demise. Demise means downfall of the language or loss of language. Okay, so one factor that always seem to occur in the demise of a language, like in a downfall of a language, is that the speaker begin to have collective dash about the usefulness of language loyalty. Like only the downfall occurs when the speaker have what? So now you can't say something like thinking about the usefulness. If they started thinking, why would it lead to the demise, right? Some negative word should be there. Okay, look at the word inferior about. Again, as I told you, we can't say inferior about. Regarding about doesn't make sense. Superior about won't be right. The right answer here will be doubts about. When they start having doubts about the usefulness of a language. So let's say you are the person who is responsible for a particular language, or you are a major literate of that particular language. If you yourself started to doubt that whether my language is good or not, that is where the decline happens, because not anyone else will be thinking in that way. You get it? Once they start dash their own language as dash to the major language. Once they start something like consider their own language, right? Look at the word regarding or thinking. Now, again, out of these two, you have to look at the more academic one. Regarding means considering. So I will put regarding over here. Regarding their own language as dash to the major language. Some of you put in superior. Why would you put superior? He is talking about a language demise. He is talking about collective effort about doubting the language. So why would they consider your language as superior to the major language? That doesn't make sense. So inferior to the major language. Like when you start regarding or considering your language inferior to a major language, people stop using it and it dies out. Why not thinking? Is just because of it is more academic. Like thinking regarding means considering. So in that way, it should be regarding over here. Okay, but on the basis of the more academic word, regarding will be making more sense in this one. Okay, clear? So the first one was demise, second one was doubt, third one was regarding, and the fourth one will be inferior to the majority language, not superior. Okay, any questions? You can't put inferior in the first blank because it says dash of a language. Okay, with inferior, we don't use the preposition of. We will always use the preposition to. Okay, inferior to this or superior to this. Okay, clear? So that is why it won't be off over there. Okay, all good. Any questions? Any doubts in this one? All right, let's do one more. Then we will do that. Can we do reorder next? Can we do like we will do reorder tomorrow, because I think today I say like we will do more of these and we still have only like 15 minutes left. So I'll make sure that next time we will do more of reorder paragraph. Promise. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow. Sorry, the next class, I mean. Okay.